guys, they said Igbi's time in the palace is finally up as she was found guilty of insulting and disobeying Kabiesi's orders, all because of Queen Naomi, my people. Wonder they say shall never end. You know, from what we are hearing, they said this issue of removing immunity after Igbi and the rest of the women have done everything within their power to see if they will be able to stop it. But unfortunately, they are not succeeding. They decided to do anything. I mean, anything. That is if the information we are hearing is the truth, though, because these are all alleged information. So they said they have decided to do whatever it will take just to bring Kabiyesi down. And you know what that means? It simply means that since you want to remove immunity from us, we are going down together. Because according to what we are hearing, they said even though a lot of people do not understand the issue of removing immunity very well, it's not all about them not being able to get to Kabiyesi as they want and all of that. Say a lot of things are involved. That this kind of thing has happened many centuries ago. And when that happens, what will happen to you as a woman in that palace is not even someone that will tell you to pack your things and leave the palace for you to leave. Because all the atrocities that you have committed, the gods will be coming for you. As a matter of fact, all these deities, you hear that if you have about 401 deities, they will show you pepper because Kabiyesi's immunity is no longer with you. You know? And one thing about these women is that they will never stop to do all this juju thing because they believe that that is how they enter there, and that's the only way for them to sustain themselves in there. And that is why some people will tell you, if you want to do juju, consider the repercussion. Sometimes when you start, you cannot stop. Especially when you started and it was working for you, you cannot stop. So for that reason, they said Igbi and her group, but Igbi is the one in charge, have gone to report Kabiyesi to all the bodies, kind of all the organizations, or will I say groups. You know that among the elders, there are different groups who are responsible for one reason or the other, for one goal. Maybe these people, their own goal is to make sure that the wives are not treated unfairly by the king. Then this other group is to make sure that the social revenue is going on. You know, that kind of all these groups in the palace under the leadership of Kabiyesi. They said Igbi have gone to report Kabiyesi to all of them, one after the other. And if you guys remember, I will say that Kabiyesi gave these women a lot of time to see if they will change. Because this is almost 3 years that Queen Naomi left the palace. As a matter of fact, it got to a point that Kabiyesi was mocking Queen Naomi indirectly using the women, and they were laughing. Did you guys remember? It was during one of the there's one festival like that, I've forgotten. The day he said that some people left him when he needed them the most, but God used all these women from different walks of life to make him happy. He's blessed with he said a whole lot of things, and that day the women were laughing. But the moment their happiness caught was when he made mention of the fact that he was going to marry other women. And from what we are hearing, the reason why the issue of not marrying that other women did not continue is all because of the fact that they told him that if you must succeed, you need Queen Naomi by your side. And before now, Queen Naomi have been saying, I don't want again, I don't want again. But from what we heard, Queen Naomi have decided to come back to her base. Even though she have made it clear that she cannot live in the palace, but she wants to reconnect with her husband. Husband and wife do have issues, and their own cannot be the first and can never be the last. But the reason it was looking like their own was like this is because of the fact that Kabiyesi is a king who does not have all the right to make all the decisions for himself. As a king, they believe that there are people who kept him there as a king, And due to their culture and tradition, there are things that he cannot do on his own. So then, maybe these women thought that with their juju, they can stop Queen Naomi's return. Then, a lot of people believe that they are manipulating the king. But some people do not know that to manipulate the king is not as easy as, it's not that easy. But that is not to say that they cannot manipulate him. But why are they not manipulating him right now? Or are you guys thinking that those things that they did then to make him forget about Queen Naomi and focus on them, they are no longer doing? They are doing it. But information have it that Iyanefa came. Iyanefa purified, a kind of fortified Kabiyesi, cleansed him, and did a lot of cleansing rituals for him. After which, these women could no longer do some of the things they have been doing, which is always bringing confusion whenever he talks about going back for his queen, which is Queen Naomi, and his son, Tadenikawo. Or do you guys think that Kabiyesi is happy that his son is out there? He is not happy. And that is why he is working so hard to bring his family back to his house. Then, Igbi and the rest of them, they thought that it is time to bring Kabiyesi down. They said they even accused him wrongly. They said Igbi have gone to some of this group telling them that Queen Naomi is using jazz to manipulate the king. That Kabiyesi is not acting with his clear eyes. Because during that time she used jazz to make Kabiyesi forget about Laide and accept her, replace Laide with her. She thought that that is what Queen Naomi is doing right now. She did not know that what Kabiyesi feels for Queen Naomi is bigger than what they might be thinking that Kabiyesi feels for them. Of course, Kabiyesi cannot have any kind of such feelings for them. They are people's ex-wives and all of that. So, when Igbi went to all these groups and told them that Kabiyesi is being manipulated by Queen Naomi's juju, allegedly, don't forget, they are all alleged information. So, it is because of the juju that Kabiyesi wants to remove immunity from them and embarrass them before the whole world and all of that. You know that this is a very strong allegation for a king like Kabiyesi. So when they summoned Kabiyesi for this, Kabiyesi decided that this matter is not going to die off just like that. That all the groups, all the councils, everyone in the palace, they will have to go on investigation. Why they are investigating on what Igbi said about him and Queen Naomi, which is that Queen Naomi is using juju on him to manipulate him, that it is what Queen Naomi that is telling him that he is doing, that this immunity remover, that it is Queen Naomi's decision, not Kabiyesi's decision. These are the things they said Igbi have gone to tell the elders. So then Kabiyesi now said it is time for everyone to go on investigation, to investigate whether the sanity of the palace have been put in disorder, kind of how will I put it? If Igbi have committed grievous things in the palace or not, that warrant removing immunity from her and all of that. And every other thing that she said against Kabiyesi. Then all these teams that will go on investigation, by the time they come out with their results, if Igbi is not guilty, the immunity will not be removed from her. But if Igbi is guilty as charged, Kabiyesi will not waste time to remove immunity from her. And we all know that, except what we are hearing is not true, we all know that Igbi's story full ground. Igbi's atrotro feel everywhere. So everything she have committed in the palace, a lot of people have the information. Some self with evidence. So right now, they said, after that allegation, these people have set out to make inquiries, to investigate if what Igbi is saying about the king is true. And if Igbi have committed abomination in the palace before or not. If Igbi's heart and hand is clear, if Igbi enters the palace like Queen Naomi did, without any form of jazz and all of that, guys, what do you think will be the outcome? What do you think will be the outcome? The say no be small thing o. And it is not only one body, it is not only one organization or one group or one council that is doing this investigation. It is like an assignment to all the groups that she can go and report to, even the ones that she have not reported to already. And the essence of doing all of this is because by the time they all come out with their evidences, if they find any, when Kabiyesi will take certain action against Igbi, it will not be on record that Kabiyesi is doing it because Igbi is not from Ile-Ife. Because when it will trend, they will say, oh, the reason he did it to her is because she is not from their side. Even though she's a Yoruba woman, this, that, So Kabiyesi wanted to make it clear and clean so that tomorrow nobody will say, during his tenure, maybe generations to come, when they will be referring it, they will not push it to Kabiyesi. They will say that there was evidences everywhere against the woman in question that leads to removing immunity from them. Is this the first time they have been confessing? Is it the second time? So Kabiyesi wanted that research, or will I say evidence, to be gotten by others so that it will not be that he did it against Igbi because of Queen Naomi, because that is how they will push it. They will not say because Igbi have committed a lot in the palace. So right now, they have come out with the results. Almost all the people that went on this investigation have come out that Igbi have committed one or two. Igbi have committed a lot. A lot that Kabiyesi have been bearing a lot. Kabiyesi have been enduring for a very long time. And now, Igbi wants to bring Kabiyesi down. Then, the conclusion right now is that at the end of the day, Igbi, they will remove immunity because she is guilty of insulting Kabiyesi, because it's an insult saying that Queen Naomi is using juju to tell Kabiyesi what to do. It's an insult on his personality. And again, disobeying several orders that Kabiyesi have given, that Kabiyesi did not even talk about. So right now they said Igbi's time is up. Maybe she will even leave before others, just like some elders suggested before now. So that is what we are here to know if this information is true. I want to always remind you that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as facts unless you verify them, okay? Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.